Well, it is 24 years since Newcastle United were in a major cup final. The club they're facing the same, the faces have changed, and so too the surroundings. It is here at the new Wembley that this Newcastle United team hope to make their mark, and their supporters are certainly doing that. Those who seek to denigrate this competition need to be here today to see just exactly how much it does mean to the supporters of both teams. For Newcastle, looking to end a wait that spanned generations for a major trophy, and even for Manchester United, a 6-year wait for a major trophy seems just too long. But some things are bigger than football, including the plight of the Ukrainians, and the teams join together to show that football stands together. Well, despite the fact that Manchester United played only 3 days ago, Erik ten Hag selects the majority of the team that beat Barcelona. David De Gea is the only player who started their last win in this competition 6 years ago today. One of the two changes from Thursday night is at right back, where Diogo Dalot is preferred to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Casemiro's domestic suspension after his sending off against Crystal Palace has been served just in time to enable him to play. The injury scare over top scorer Marcus Rashford proved unfounded. Antony, the impact substitute against Barcelona, starts ahead of Jadon Sancho. Wout Weghorst, hooked at half-time in the week, maintains his record of starting every match of his loan spell. Club captain Harry Maguire is among the substitutes, whilst 18-year-old Alejandro Garnacho is the youngest member of the squad. There's no doubt about Eddie Howe's biggest headache approaching the Wembley showpiece. An extraordinary set of circumstances mean that the Newcastle debut of Loris Karius is in the League Cup final. The back four pretty much picks itself, with Fabian Schär the one link there to the era that preceded Howe. Like Casemiro, Bruno Guimaraes has served a suspension in time to play, but unlike him, he's not had European football to get up to speed. Callum Wilson's back from injury to join top scorer Miguel Almiron and Alan St-Maximin, who's been on the periphery this season. Joe Willock is fit enough for the bench, where the local connection to Newcastle is strengthened by the presence of backup goalkeeper Mark Gillespie. It is the 63rd League Cup final, the 50th played at Wembley, and Manchester United get it underway. And we are looking as the first touch is given to Loris Karius, and just what this goalkeeper does today, Jamie.
Yeah, people keep going back to that final, I can understand that, but there's no doubt he's a confident lad, but I think the big worry maybe coming into the game is his lack of football more than what happened, 4 or 5 years ago in a game. It's a long time ago, but he hasn't had much football since.
There are living, breathing reminders in the opposition of that horrendous night that he suffered in Kiev, because Casemiro and Rafael Varane were part of the Real Madrid team on the night when the two huge gaffes from Karius cost his team so dearly. Dalot just letting that free kick float by, and a first touch of the ball for the Manchester United goalkeeper David De Gea. Martinez. Varane. Antony. There's Fernandez. Show off his fancy footwork to Dan Burn. And by Fred, here's Weghorst. And still! Not the cleanest connection, so it was straightforward for Karius to deal with.
In the game last weekend, the Premier League game against Leicester, he came close on a number of occasions. His finishing is an issue for him because that is a good chance. For most centre forwards at the very top of the game, you'd fancy them.
Well, such has been the build-up, Newcastle probably relieved to get that out of the way to play the match and not the occasion. Still settled well here. Still looking to seriously trouble David De Gea though. Here's Botman. Now Cher. Almiron. Trippier with the ball across. Fabian Cher had got forward. There was a clash of heads with Martinez.
Cher starts the attack, he's the one that drives forward, and we know that Trippier's quality is going to be good. Martinez, whilst he doesn't win it, he does enough, he competes and puts the Newcastle man off.
Almiron to Trippier. Longstaff pulled into a dangerous area. It's St Maximin, lovely feed from him, pushed away by De Gea, and Guimaraes can't keep it down.
Well, that's got the Newcastle fans up at the other end of this stadium. First time they've had a real big chance. They've worked it really well at times down this right-hand side. Longstaff always makes that run. There's no one making that cross in. And you think the attack's gone, but that's absolutely fantastic by St Maximin. Guimaraes just cannot finish, but the footwork was fantastic. But the goalkeeper does really well, just stands there, makes himself big and says, beat me. And he can't do that.
St Maximin's been generally reduced to cameo appearances this season, partly because of his own injuries. Here's Rashford, eased out of the way by Bruno Guimaraes.
He's holding his face, Rashford, just looked like a shoulder barge. There he goes, he just caught Marcus Rashford, just looked like it was a hefty one, wasn't it? Wasn't shoulder to shoulder, that's why it's a foul.
Well, he seemed to have the world on his shoulders last season, Marcus Rashford, but a transformed figure this year. Shaw sweeps in the kick, it's there! It's Manchester United who draw first blood, and Casemiro, the man in the middle of the celebrations, is the scorer.
Well, Casemiro, he is a man for the big occasion. I was watching him before this ball came in. There was a big space for Luke Shaw to put it in. We talked about the high lines. Is he just offside? We'll have a look at that. But as it comes in, Casemiro, he's done it before, but he is really, really close. That could just be off. And Newcastle may breathe a huge sigh of relief. Let's have a look. So difficult. Those lines are going to have to go on.
Well, Newcastle could yet get a reprieve here. 2018, the first final for which VAR was introduced, and Newcastle may just be grateful for its introduction. We await the lines going on.
He looks just off, but we've been wrong so many times before when we thought that.
Oh, it looks good. It is good.
On.
It's a goal. And they can celebrate it all over again. An expensive investment from Erik ten Hag, but one that has more than proven its worth.
Well, he's the glue in this team, Casemiro, the one that holds them together.
Oh, it's deflected and in! And Manchester United really have got a grip of it now, with a goal from a player at the peak of his powers. Marcus Rashford forces the deflection, which carries it over Loris Karius. Manchester United really in control now.
Well, Weghorst gets the celebratory cuddle from Rashford. It's just a long kick forward. Weghorst makes half a nuisance of himself and the ball's just moving around. Casemiro in there. Rashford gets a little bit of good fortune. It breaks to Weghorst. And then he makes that little dart. There is a deflection. It wasn't the greatest strike from Marcus Rashford, but the goalkeeper's going down very early, maybe for the first shot, and then his hand, well, he just can't get enough on it, goes over his head. Newcastle, nightmare for them, 40 minutes in.
Well, Rashford, who has shown great mentality this year, will probably try and claim his first major cup final goal, but it may go down as an own goal against Botman. Anthony's done brilliant in a confined space, and it's about Weghorst who's been released. He's got Rashford up there with him, but goes for it himself. And the best moment of the match for Karius so far.
Probably one of the best moments for Weghorst as well. Not being known for his goal-scoring ability since he come into Manchester United. He plays a slightly different role, but Karius there at full stretch. That'll certainly do him a bit of good as well. Don't need to keep his composure in that second half. The Newcastle goalkeeper's be sure he's going to be involved in those situations. A lot more counter-attacking from Manchester United second half to try and really kill this game off.
Well, they could kill Newcastle off if they get another one before half-time. Bruno Fernandes seeking to do that with a cross. Shaw, here's Fred. Same page as Diogo Dalot. Cleared by Cher. Shaw. Weghorst. Anthony. He does some magical things in tight spaces, Anthony, but then tried to do it all over again.
He mightn't do it again.
I think Newcastle a little irritated by Anthony's antics.
Yeah, I think if I was Joe Linton, I'd have gone right for him as well. He'd gone past Dan Burn and didn't really need to come back, and he went back to do him again. Brilliant skill from Anthony. Wonderful how he manipulated the ball. That's what he got the booking for. Well, this was that skill. I think both me and you would have snapped there, wouldn't we? Oh, I could feel for Dan Burn. I thought 15, 20 years ago, you might have just been able to sort of lunge in and get away with it.
You would have snapped, or Anthony would have been snapped. Well, Manchester United halfway towards their 6th League Cup win, and it's the veteran Casemiro who's been a real leader who gave them the lead. Marcus Rashford produced the second with a shot deflected in by Sven Botman. Newcastle with it all to do in the second half. Manchester United 2, Newcastle 0.
Discover your family's part in history. Search millions of records including the World Wars, Tudor times and Victorian era. Start your free trial today at Ancestry.
Who am I? I'm the one who can be 100 different investors all at once. With eToro, I can be Grace, a global tech investor. Or Max, a German local stock specialist. I could be Jan, a passive dividend hunter. Hey, I could be David. This David. With eToro, you can be inspired by investors worldwide. Their knowledge, their strategies, all out there for the taking. Be the investor you want to be. eToro.
People's Postcode Lottery. How does it work? Lend me your ears and I'll explain. You sign up your postcode for a monthly subscription of £12. You're then automatically entered into all draws with a chance to win a cash prize every single day. Fancy a little stat? Well, 84% of our players won a prize last year.
And in our October draws, you could win a share of £20.4 million.
For a chance to win, sign up before midnight on the 30th of September.
Nature is powerful. So, we bottled a bit of it. Billions of live cultures and calcium, all in our kefir. Beautiful gut health. Super, naturally.
Car problems. With a Carly scanner and app, you could diagnose car faults and save money on your repair and maintenance costs. With repair guides to cover over 6,000 unique fault codes. And now introducing our new vehicle history check. Find out for free if the used car you're looking to buy was written off, damaged, stolen or clocked. Simply visit mycarly.uk and enter the car registration.
Getting away this summer? At Tesco Mobile, join the 1.4 million customers who roamed with no fees in the EU last year. Get the new Samsung Galaxy A35 with 25 gigs of data for just £22.99 a month with club card prices, saving you a massive £252. Now you can put your data on and your sunnies. It pays to be connected. Search Tesco Mobile. Every little helps.
If you took out motor finance between April 2007 and January 2021, it's estimated you could be owed thousands in compensation. Many major lenders may have charged you higher interest rates than they should have, like Black Horse, who have already set aside $450 million for refunds. With many drivers across the UK affected and claims forecast by experts to be worth billions, visit the PCPexperts.tv to check for free if you have a case.
Whether it's pets leaving stains or the other animals in your home, they all make mess that goes deeper than the surface. Well, that calls for the award-winning Vax Spot Wash Home Pet Design, with an advanced home and pet toolkit that revitalizes your carpets, effortlessly removing spills and stains, no matter which animal made them. Save £70 when you order direct for only £129.99 with free Vax stain removal solution kit worth £30. When life gets messy, get Vax.
Save up to £220 on your home insurance. He's just used Confused. JustUsedConfused.com.
The more influence our sisterhood gains, the more enemies we make.
The sisterhood, they hide in your camp and do our thinking for us.
I am trying to protect the Imperium.
That's me, Vincent O'Neill, and these are my guys.
We're professional thieves. Ish.
The famous spy.
The six of us, Jim.
For the famous six, then!
What could possibly go wrong?
Classic. Every episode ever. Watch now, exclusively on Sky.
Just a confirmation of those changes. Aaron Wan-Bissaka on for Diogo Dalot, whose booking was very early in the game. And the Newcastle substitution sees their club record signing Alexander Isak on for the second half in place of Sean Longstaff. So we'll wait to see how it settles down and how Newcastle reshape. It's Newcastle who've had an excellent defensive record so far this season, but scoring goals has been more of a problem for them, especially of late. Got to find one from somewhere though against a Manchester United team that hasn't conceded in their last 4 games in this competition. They were behind twice in their third round tie against Aston Villa. They've not been behind since. They've not conceded a goal in the competition since. Isak at the moment has started in a position just behind Callum Wilson, but it's Manchester United going through with Marcus Rashford, and Fred tries to place one, and that could have given Newcastle a right problem at the start of the second half.
Yeah, not too dissimilar to the run he made at the start of the second half on Thursday night against Barcelona. He found himself in a really good position, tries to guide this into the corner, gets it wrong. Positive changes for Newcastle. A sensible one from Erik ten Hag, I think, for Manchester United.
Here's Botman, who'll thank no one for being credited with an own goal. Headed by Wan-Bissaka, and this is Fred. And now Anthony. Strike force now, Eddie Howe, with the introduction of Isak.
Yeah, just in terms of when Newcastle actually have to go more direct now with 2 up front. Of course you want to get them into the game, but the positivity from the first half, they played through Manchester United quite a few times.
Back by Wan-Bissaka to Fernandes. Here's Rashford. Rashford looking for Fred, who got into the middle again. Botman with the clearance. Now Anthony looks to place one, and that is straight at Loris Karius.
Yeah, he's disappointed with himself. That's his A position for scoring a goal, Anthony. Just a lot of space, 18 yards out.
Anthony, one of 2 Brazilians in the Manchester United team who've celebrated a birthday within the last few days. The other one, Casemiro's already got his goal. Both teams having reacted with half-time changes, but for differing reasons. There's Isak. He did come on and score a late winner against Fulham recently. So determined run from him, but goes nowhere in the end.
Yeah, there's a good little bit of interchange in positions there where Isak just found himself with a bit of time and space. He started well.
Here he is again, Isak. Newcastle kicking towards the end where their supporters are hoping and praying that there's some kind of break in their favour to mark a turnaround here. Almiron looking to get in. Cleared by Fernandes. Horse furthest forward for Manchester United. And Botman policing it and just slightly overstepped the mark. St. Maximin. It's a great tackle from Aaron Wan-Bissaka, which is a real strength of his game. Weghorst, he had two over there and he couldn't find either.
Yeah, Wan-Bissaka did brilliant initially, claims for handball. I don't think that's going to work.
Silva's trying to pull his hand out of the way.
Well, I think these Newcastle changes that have been made are going to make this game end-to-end really exciting for a period in this second half. They're going for it straight away. Anyhow, not waiting. They've got some big lads. Pretty similar position to Manchester United's free kick in the first half, but on the opposite side.
Manchester United very similar line to Newcastle United as well.
As with the free kick that led to Manchester United's goal, it's an England fullback who's going to take it in the form of Kieran Trippier.
I just think when those players actually stand offside initially, their job is to actually block the Manchester United players who are going to try and get back in.
Trippier drifted across and United's defence does its job, although Isak looks to keep them under pressure. And they've defended it well.
Delivery from Trippier was actually as good as Luke Shaw's, just that Newcastle United player couldn't get his head on it like Casemiro.
Almiron just tries to prod it through. Now Shaw. Rashford escapes from Trippier, not from Guimaraes. This is Bruno Fernandes. Lines up the shot.
Complains, he whinges and he gets it. Newcastle players not happy because initially it looked like the referee was pointing for a goal kick.
Fernandes will be happy to get into the heads of the Newcastle players from this position. Luke Shaw, who set up the breakthrough goal, being well applauded as he comes over to take this corner kick.
Well, he's become such an important player, an important part of Manchester United's attack. Fielding at centre-back as well, Luke Shaw, but his play going forward has been outstanding in these last few weeks.
Tries to put a corner onto Marcus Rashford's head. Van Dern ensuring that it doesn't get there. Still no let-up though for the Newcastle defence, who had the job at the moment of keeping them in the game. They know that if they were to concede a third, it probably would be game over for them. Here's Rashford. Shaw with the ball in, Weghorst with a header. His only goal for Manchester United was in this competition in the semi-final against Nottingham Forest. Botman. It's a share. Now Trippier. Wilson.
You're right, Gary, this game will become end-to-end for obvious reasons, but of course Newcastle want to get back into the game, but it's vitally important that they don't allow Manchester United to get that third goal to really kill the game. If Newcastle will get a goal with 10-15 minutes to go, this place will erupt, certainly with them attacking the end of their own supporters.
Here's Alan Saint-Maximin. Byrne has burst forward. Saint-Maximin trying to do as much as he can on his own. He has one in the corner.
Yeah, real passion from Saint-Maximin.
I think that's been a brilliant change from Erik ten Hag. It may seem an obvious one, but I think Wan-Bissaka, since he's come on, has defended brilliant in those 1v1 situations. That's why I felt he'd start the game. I think when St Maximin's now running at him, he hasn't got real confidence. He can certainly beat him on the outside. He keeps checking in on that right foot. That's when he keeps coming into bodies.
Trippier's corner given back to him by Fabian Schär, then pulled all the way back to Botman. This is a very long way round. Trippier again. Thought he was obstructed by Martinez, but nothing doing from that. Here's Almiron. Newcastle stepping it up here, feeling there is yet something in it for them in this final.
Yeah, this bit's important. When United clear it out, Manchester United clear it out, they have to sustain attacks. Don't allow Manchester United to counter.
Fred hoping to launch a counter. Weghorst though can't get the touch. And it's been brought back.
Yeah, he'll get booked in as well. It's Botman who slams the ball down, he does. Stupid. He get away with that.
Reaction from Botman, so on top of his own goal, a booking as well now for the Dutchman.
I understand the frustration. It's soft. Oh, Fred. Botman snaps.
McTominay and Marcel Sabitzer coming on for Erik ten Hag, although it looks as though he is just going to wait to see this free kick through defensively first.
Yeah, they weren't the ones I was expecting, but he doesn't often get it wrong, Erik ten Hag. That's almost sending a message to his team. We've won this game once, we don't need to go and win it again. Just manage and control the rest of this football match.
And looking to make life difficult. It's Joe Linton with the shots. Back to Callum Wilson, and there's another one.
Well, both centre-backs, Varane and Martinez, desperately diving in front of David De Gea. De Gea himself comes out on this first one, doesn't really get it clear. It's Wan-Bissaka, sorry. This one is Martinez.
Newcastle getting glimpses, but still looking for that clear sight of goal. Trippier's kick is a deep one. Schär gets up to try and get it back. Fails to do so. Having seen that through, now the Manchester United manager can make his changes. Again, the withdrawal of Fred is a sensible one in terms of the fact that he was on a booking. So Sabitzer comes on for him, and Wout Weghorst is the player whose number is up for the arrival of Scott McTominay.
Yeah, that releases Rashford to go up top, which isn't a surprise. Manchester United had to have a counter-attacking option up top with this last 20 minutes. It solidifies the midfield. Bruno goes over to the left of that front three, it looks like. Sabitzer and McTominay with Casemiro.
McTominay is only recently back from injury himself, and for Sabitzer it is a debut in this competition that Erik ten Hag has given him here in the final with a little over 20 minutes remaining.
Ryobi tools and OnePlus batteries are pretty clever. Their patented IntelliCell high-capacity battery technology is like nothing else. And the Ryobi Build-It-Yourself Toolkit offer is quite smart too. Buy a 4 amp-hour battery and charger for $99.99. Plus, choose a free tool from a great range. So, what have we learned?
Buy a Ryobi 4 amp-hour battery and charger for just $99.99 and get a free tool from their great range.
Buy now at ryobitools.co.uk.
The Bar Mobile are always trying to save you money, so rather than a fancy ad, they got me to read out just a few of the 30,000 5-star customer reviews. Excellent service as always. Cheers, Aaron. And this one from Craig S. very, very good mobile network. Cheers, man. But what about the one-star reviews? Pericles says about Nabara, everything is fine until you leave. Well, there's a quick solution to that, Pericles, and that's maybe don't leave. Either way, wishing you all the best. Nabara, smarter.
Have you ever considered what might happen if you didn't feel that way about yourself?
I guess I didn't even think it was possible. I've just felt this way for so long.
Well, of course it is. You're here, so surely part of you believes it's possible, right?
If you took out motor finance between April 2007 and January 2021, it's estimated you could be owed thousands in compensation. Many major lenders may have charged you higher interest rates than they should have, like Black Horse, who have already set aside $450 million for refunds. With many drivers across the UK affected and claims forecast by experts to be worth billions, visit thepcpexperts.tv to check for free if you have a case.
Clogged ears, wax on your buds. Maybe it's time you clean out your ears. But don't push, whoosh with the Whoosh Powered Ear Cleaner by Black Wolf. Instead of pushing the wax with a cotton bud, Whoosh safely and effectively removes wax with a gentle massaging triple spray of water that's directed not down the middle but at the sides of the ear canal. Whoosh's foldable nozzle connects to a soft silicone irrigation tip that fits comfortably in your ear. With the press of a button, Whoosh generates a massaging triple spray of water that gently removes wax buildup and rinses it away. For amazing ear hygiene, you'll love the way it works and you'll love how it feels. In this very special offer, you can get your Whoosh Powered Ear Cleaner for only $79.99, and that includes P&P. And you'll get 6 reusable special irrigation tips so the whole family can enjoy the feeling and the benefits of Whoosh. So go to buywhoosh.co.uk and get your very own Whoosh by Black Wolf for safer, comfortable earwax removal. Order yours right now.
Shot him in the back of the head twice.
Over the years, I've come face to face with some of the most dangerous gangs on the planet. But there's one criminal entity that I've never met.
What other people? The Mafia.
Now Sky History have asked me to look at the most powerful criminal organisation in the world.
It's not just an organisation, it's a way of life.
And their relationship with the United Kingdom.
Who did he do business with? Ronnie and Reggie.
Join me, Ross Kemp, as I uncover the story of the Mafia and Britain. Starts Tuesday at 9 on Sky History.
Here's Fernandez. Looking for Luke Shaw. Trippier though, able to run it out. Scoring at Wembley has been a problem for Newcastle. They did get a goal in losing their only previous League Cup final appearance, Alan Gowling's goal back in 1976 when they lost to Manchester City. They've only scored once in 6 visits since. A Rob Lee header in an FA Cup semi-final. Here's St Maximin. Joe Linton. Guimaraes works it through to Trippier! And De Gea got a crucial touch because Callum Wilson's eyes were lighting up then. Flag was up anyway as it turned out against Trippier.
Just maybe got ahead, but you talked, Cara, about where's the quality going to come from. This pass is fantastic. Brilliant goalkeeping from De Gea. His anticipation there to block that pass across the box from Trippier.
Yeah, I just feel like it will be Gamara's if there is that quality. St. Maximin's had one of those games that we've seen him had so often where he looks dangerous running the ball, but the end product's just not there at all. Just been giving the ball away last few times he's had it in dangerous positions, and we haven't really seen too much of that combination that we saw so often in the first half between Almiron and Trippier down that side. That time it was between Guimaraes and Trippier just catching himself offside.
Here's Cher. Savitzer wins the tackle and plays it through to Marcus Rashford. And Rashford goes for goal. Comes back off Karius, but there's no one there to take advantage.
Yeah, that threat's going to increase with Rashford there.
It's Luke Shaw. Again, they've defended it. Manchester United now starting to build up some momentum.
Yeah, the counter-attack's on, Sabitzer in midfield, breaks up play and releases Rashford.
I mean, in some ways, Manchester United attacking on that counter-attack. Maybe give Newcastle opportunity, don't quite finish it, but Rashford gets a good strike away. Decent save by the goalkeeper.
Double change. Jacob Murphy actually was from this area originally, born in Wembley, but grew up following his parents' line of being a Newcastle fan. And he's coming on in place of Alan St. Maximin, who's flickered without being able to fully deliver. And he's coming on with an instruction, it seems, for somebody. And Bruno Guimaraes is off with Joe Willock on. So the contents of the note being passed around with a little bit of a reorganisation. So maybe try and confuse Manchester United into conceding one here. Byrne hurls it in. Anthony, that was the touch it needed to set Manchester United away. Fernandes has got Rashford ahead of him, but it's opening up for himself. Looks for Rashford, and there's a diverting touch to take it away.
Trippier did really, really well. Some defenders get drawn across there, but Bruno Fernandes wanted Trippier to leave Marcus Rashford so he could slip it past him. He delayed and delayed. Excellent work.
Here's Isak. Now Murphy. Wins for Newcastle a corner.
Yeah, and as I said earlier on in the game, you could see Newcastle wanted to go direct. We've just seen Dan Burn with a long throw in, so it was definitely an area where they thought they could capitalise on at some stage in this game. Obviously remains to be seen, but Manchester United have looked rock solid all day. There's never been that real belief, even watching the game, that Newcastle were going to get a goal, no matter how well they played in that first half and at times in the second half.
Trippier's corner. And Fernandes had a problem dealing with it. There's been a big appeal as Cher went down. It's been looked at again. It's a coming together between Fernandes and Cher, and the check is now complete.
There's a poor delivery from Newcastle. You think Weghorst is not in there. Manchester United have lost height.
Here's Isak.
Well, that's where Manchester United have been fantastic today. They've been defending the edge of their own box. So many bodies in the way. Not exactly the same there. They've just so much experience and know-how within this game. Newcastle will talk about a lot of the play that they've had, but this was the screen for a penalty behind that goal. No. Sharp desperation kicking in. Desperate to get something. It was never a penalty.
Well, it all stemmed from a poor corner. They need to get the delivery right this time. Trippier's kick swung in towards the near post. Casemiro dealt with it. Anthony leads the charge out, and Jacob Murphy has to try and contain him here. If he does, wins the free kick after a struggle.
Well, that was twice from Jacob Murphy. One earlier on as well, he's done really well. There's a sub there to stop what you might feel might be an inevitable third goal. There's another change for Manchester United.
And that was Anthony's last act, because he's the man coming off. And Jadon Sancho, who has had an impact from the bench on a couple of occasions recently in scoring goals, will get the opportunity to do so at Wembley, where I'm sure he would love the opportunity to banish the demons that he and Marcus Rashford suffered in the penalty shootout of the Euros final. Gareth Southgate is here today watching.
What a ball.
Bruno Fernandes it is, and with it he picks out Marcus Rashford. Botman had switched off then, and Sancho just picks it up and tries to feed Rashford, forced him wider than he wanted to be. Sancho, Wan-Bissaka comes onto it, and it is directly at Loris Karius. Here's Willock.
He's just hard to beat, Wan-Bissaka on the outside. Even if you think you've got it past him, those legs just stretch and reach.
I mean, so often as defenders growing up, you're told to show people inside to where numbers are, but he's that quick and that good defensively 1v1. He always shows the outside, and you can see the lack of confidence that people are going to go past him. But this may be one of the last few opportunities for Newcastle now. Dangerous position. And you mentioned Trippier's delivery, Gary.
He's late, Casemiro.
It's a yellow card as a result. Well, Manchester United's breakthrough was with a free kick from the left-hand side, taken by Luke Shaw, converted by the man who's just given away this free kick. Trippier lifts it in, McTominay got ahead to it. Rashford clears the danger for now. Here's Jacob Murphy, hits a long ranger, and De Gea was just watching and hoping.
As he was going to hit it, I was thinking no. It looks like it really catches David De Gea. Maybe he's blocked by McTominay and Wan-Bissaka. Doesn't get a good sight of it. It's not far away.
Well, both club captains for each team started on the bench. Jamal Lascelles of Newcastle and Harry Maguire of Manchester United, but Maguire is going to see some minutes at least with Marcus Rashford off.
We'll go 5 at the back.
Burn. It's Joe Linton. Here's Trippier. And towards Wilson, and a lucky break the second time, wouldn't drop for him. Determination to win it back didn't please Lisandro Martinez at all, and one or two others getting involved now as well.
I said before, he just loves a row. He likes it, he enjoys it, the confrontation.
The Butcher when he was in Amsterdam.
just aggressive, he's tenacious. And him and Varane striking a partnership back there.
As in the first half, 5 minutes have been added here, which has given Eddie Howe the opportunity to send on a player with whom he has a long-standing relationship. Placing one former Bournemouth man, Callum Wilson, bringing on Matt Ritchie. Elliot Anderson's on as well. Almiron does not end the match on the pitch. Here's Jacob Murphy. Byrne trying to find a way through, but Manchester United sticking this out with grim determination. Had a second booking for delaying a restart. Luke Shaw was the player shown a yellow card this time. Ritchie on in the nick of time to show us his speciality, and the flicked header is pushed away by De Gea.
It's a loopy one, awkward for De Gea.
He became determined to have a good time, no matter what the result was this time. But there's problems here as McTominay wins it back, and Bruno Fernandes is on the surge. Could set up Sancho, he could go alone. Karius denies him.
Yeah, it's game over anyway right now. Bruno Fernandes got his head in his hands, but he's going to be a winner today. Just a decision for him, but he put that across. But maybe with the game already won, he's a little bit selfish, but he had himself in a great opportunity. That's a brilliant goalkeeper, man, Karius. We know he didn't cover himself in glory. And that second goal for Manchester United, but he stopped it being 3.
Scott McTominay. One thing Newcastle are determined to do is ensure that the scoreline doesn't get any wider from this point. Final minute approaches. The 6-year wait for a trophy almost over for Manchester United. The 54-year wait for Newcastle is about to be extended still further. They just want to hear that final whistle now, and then the party can really start. They're certainly ready to start it. I'm sure we'll hear the final whistle when it does go. Martinez. It's a free kick to Manchester United, and again things have just got a little bit silly at the end. Got away from Newcastle, but still 1 or 2 flashes of temper from their players who don't want to be teased and taunted to the end of this game.
Well, Erik ten Hag earlier on in the week suggested that Newcastle knew the dark arts of the game, but his team have been streetwise in this second half. I mentioned that Casemiro, Martinez, Varane, they've been around the block and they've shown it. Real experience and maturity in this performance. They know what they're doing out there. It's hard when you're 2-0 up to keep a team at bay that are throwing everything at you, but they've done it really, really well. They've managed this game out in real style.
Fernandes has taken the kick, aim for the corner. months into his reign, Erik ten Hag has his first trophy as Manchester United manager, and he'll be determined that it's not the last. He consoles Eddie Howe and Jason Tindall as Newcastle leave Wembley defeated again, but this feels like a watershed moment for this Manchester United side. Here comes the handover. The League Cup is back in Manchester, but this time in the possession of United. The sixth time that they've won this trophy. And heroes right along the line.
Sky Sports Football. Feel it all.
Anthony is feeling pretty smug right now. Not because he bought the PowerMo 4000 with ergonomic steering wheel and cup holder. He was going to do that anyway. But because he bought it on his Barclay card, which meant he was rewarded too. Shame he didn't get more lawn. What you buy is your business. Giving you rewards on your purchases is ours. Barclay card. Make money work for you.
Look at you, the big winner. Not you. No, not you either. You use QuickBooks to send invoices and manage expenses, saving your business up to 8 hours a week, giving you more time to flourish. That's how you business differently. Intuit QuickBooks.
Here's why you should switch from Google to DuckDuckGo on all your devices. DuckDuckGo comes with a built-in search engine like Google, but it's private and doesn't track your searches. And DuckDuckGo lets you browse like Chrome, but it blocks cookies and ads that follow you around from Google and other companies. And there's no catch. It's free. We make money from ads, but they don't follow you around. Join the millions of people taking back their privacy by downloading DuckDuckGo on all your devices today.
When I sold my car with Motorway, I got more money than expected and bought a smaller car for my boy. Motorway.
What's wrong with the car?
It's okay, lads. I'm with the AA.
Ah?
Bombay mix.
Because the AA has more expert patrols across the country, you'll be back on the road in no time. No wonder more people choose the AA. Join today.
Whatever you call it, playing golf is simple with Golf Now. Just find a course that you want to play. Share it with your friends. Pick a day and a time that suits. Play Golf Now. Download the Golf Now app or book online today. Find it, share it, book it.
The NFL is back. I got the energy. Live with 3 electric games every Sunday.
Time to play football.
Live stars, live strikes, live showdowns, live touchdowns. Introducing NFL Sunday